Etienne, ye di abu Trica, eko pie mu court. Na so kaya on the 16th of December 2025. Go 24 at the video everywhere eche mu che ose Nyankopon ya adoma. On the 23rd of December 2025, omo di abu Trica ebeko pie mu court. Entienne, ye court. What are some of the rumors? Mwati o social media so. Edien na no room, and edien and ye ntro. Aha ye gossip 24 darma. Let's also be near subscribe button so. Now I click a bell notification icon so. Now make how say Samsung for say. Omo hu se phone na wo dey hwe video isi eni apai ebi ana o ma me phone eni na ss spider web ebi ana papa phone echini na apai ukunu oyere what say udofo bi phone o hweti na phone isi tia enu nti no Samsung for a discount sale and so matete omo smartphones yi na so visit any of our official outlets and I say on website www.samsung.com na kwaje wo smart device. What is it? For what show dofo bi. Ansa na yewa new year mu. New year de yen fa phone eni apai bi ara ho. Visit www.samsung.com. Now come so. Eti on the 16th, the video bro Echemu said. On the 12th of December, omo di abu Trica as edi kai ekopie mu or court. Say asem na omo di ahye Nyankopon ye adoma 23rd of December 2025 in the court. Yebama exclusives in say because another pa you can check the next court date. And so much the next court date, 23rd of December. Yeah, the whole update any chemu na bro. Ever since I had this revelation down, I've seen a lot of rumors on social media. Ebimu crack say, oh, FBI force omu hu Abu Trica di akasa omu nim say ni di ye Freddy Kumi and answer ni di ye Emmanuel Kojoba Abu Trica di bank account Abu Trica BBN one me woni di mu ne japade inani ni di mu, you know, and a lot of you believed some of these rumors. But for those omo friend me personally, I told them, say, listen, most of these things are false. They are false. And they are false because people don't pay attention to the fine details. So read the FBI for a Department of Justice on my first news article on publishing. I'm try say, according to a recently unsealed indictment. I don't know if people understand what an indictment means. An indictment basically means say any person may see you prepare no one sema to one way follow na for some time now, but you say your case edit ya nipa no. And you say omo assuming in their wildest imagination. But omo prepare case they are to one mo is to say nipa se mesi there. Sa boni ya ye follow ya e nipa se mesi na edi sa boni no. Na indictment no mo unsealed no mo say according to a recently unsealed indictment, Frederick Kumi edini ya Frederick Kumi, no musi AKA, that means our another alias are operating under, AKA Emmanuel Kojoba Obe, AKA Abu Trica, 31 of Swedru. So this is the FBI's indictment. Mo just say indictment, no. Almost say Frederick Kumi operating under these aliases. It is obi on social media so no can say abu omo nim ni real name. It makes no sense. You get it? And relax. The FBI, it is just allegations. And just Abu Trica ediboneno. That's why they say you have the right so be defended in a court of competent jurisdiction. You have the right. Again, there was another video. I know we speculated a video and say Abu Trica yare no more treatino and what have you. Do you know the legal attaché of the FBI? Do you think they will do anything to jeopardize years of investigation on 1 year? Do you think they will do that? Now, these are just to clear the rumors. But you go straight to court demo because I want nobody Abu Trica and then now for the eBay. Now, remember, say eda omochi Abu Trica no mo nam nipa miensa, right? E nipa miensa no Abu Trica na akasa and na just say owo fifi no. And I down for now just so say yellow top no. Ono your friend catch a nickname catch. Na the original nche no enso e ka ono e light skin nti me omudi omo ba no de na ne say Abu Trica na dan for keche no e na omudi kan de omo ba e bae e omo no omudi kan de omo bae e na the light skin no this time around they no shirt white e na branch ba akoso e ka ne ho there's a branch de wakata na ni ma shirt ne ade but handcuff that's how branch no ene Abu Trica dan for no she white no ensa e na omudi omo bae nti omo arrest ni pa 3 but omo ba court no na baba yi nipa fo
the time. I'm not count why. Amen. Can I not count why? If you are bad friend, why?
Now, any platform no court dem no. And Abu Trica. Ene ni namfofo mienu no lawyer se ba be se na nipa ba ku yo ka wi oye hwan ya na mama na akokọ tena ho no bi se mu nyi nipa nanim a ende ma ni mpie fi court ho e wo de entia ai nipa no ma mpeni ama na enyi nanim ana se wan reveal ana se wan kasa wo court dem ho ntia ni anu baba ya ne ba na ekowi ase se sa nipa no o hye black ene e che black ni ade no e wo se opie every court dem ho no mo because so on kasa ana so mo revealing dia ende omo hu de entia o te court dem ho. But according to prosecution, nipa is important to the case. Until one person be jeopardize no, and then you muyi nipa no, and then the sinche. No muyi nipa then the sinche no. And anu baba ye ko ba ye wo court dem ho. Say almost sre nyoma miensa. The edi kan and it's almost sre say state no and clarify how Abu Trica and now for mienu no, which in this case that for keche no, and the osha white no, mudi Bernard Edu. And after so Lord the share how are we involved in indictments now FBI for Ediabano. Again, say omo involved there and you know mo arrest no and famra kwan so into a court na Emma ho kwan no mo grant bill. There to so biom ne say omo wonder say court na ma ba no kra no e wo tumi say tumi tina asem ne so na because baby omo arrest Abu Trica wo no omo su say e was say district court I wo ho na ebia etina Abu Trica asem ne so. But we did not say district court. Say district courts there. Ebia na out of baby omo arrest Abu Trica one. Inti ano so no more question says our court we need to be set na Abu Trica application no eso because anya area ho e no mo chi Abu Trica wo no mo de naba ho. Iti first one no the court no echeche mu. Eche say masa extradition ne de metina so wa ha ye. Inti Abu Trica extradition application no ya na ebetena so na ye ka asem no ena aban lawyers no state attorney ni so argue ye again say extradition bebre na ma ye na no gbese magistrate court so mo di aba what you say ya pack of boat dey gbese magistrate court friend say Pascal dey gbese magistrate court van dey gbese magistrate court why gbese magistrate court na dey aba inti e ba ni say na judge ne say mo kasa mre aheya no mbeka asem no aheya no mbeka no nti eno de ombotuye de etoso biom say omo pe clarification on Lord Eshan and afa so Bernard Edu keche ne Abu Trica dafo ba ko na o sha white no omo pe clarification on how omo arrest ni si koye no because omo hu baby omo ye involved in the case no because anko for me nu omudi enye fari kumi ena enye omo so ena omo ye aka Emmanuel Obin anase Emmanuel ba Obin ne de kaka on enye omo a omudi ye Lord Shen ene Bernard Edu nti e ba ne sen omo ye involved but prosecutors no prosecution state attorneys no counter say dey be say court ne ma wo kwai mo grant sanko for me nu we bail a enye ye because omo ye important to Abu Trica na obudi ne bebe gina court hono no omo ne Abu Trica ne nam omo ne di dwuma omo hu ne say bibi o ho ye friend conspiracy omo ne Abu Trica ne conspire nti omo ja omo tra omo ko na omo grant omo bill sisia without going through Abu Trica ne application for extradition na omo de abebetu court ne nim na entwaye nti ende judge no in the own wisdom no can say okay the obey ni on grant Abu Trica na for ni bill on grant omo bill obe keep omo because state ni so omo ye important to say on metna Abu Trica application hearing na so into obe keep omo na mom no oma interior ministry no 5 weeks so omo fa documents embe back nsem na omo ka e dia fa Abu Trica nsem we ho no omo fa documents embe back na interior ministry no and clarify arrest no
is that the 3 accused persons have been arraigned before the basic court, and counsel for A1 and A3 applied for the matter to be heard by a properly seized district court, which has proper jurisdiction, based on the territorial jurisdiction from which the accused persons were arrested. And this flows from Section 51(5) of the Court Act, as well as the Extradition Act, Act 22. So that was the gravamen of discourse today with the court, and then with the state attorney. But the court, we raised a preliminary legal objection regarding hearing the jurisdictional issue. That's the formal application that has been placed on before the court. That the proper court should hear the jurisdictional issue. So the preliminary legal objection was about the proper court to hear the application proper. And then the court said she seized with the jurisdiction. So she vacated that preliminary legal objection. We are coming back on the 13th of January to determine the formal application before the court. Before we even go into the merit of the extradition proceedings, wherein if the requesting state has brought in the documentations which will inform the court, the proper court, if after the application is properly heard and we know if it's basic court or Medina or anywhere from relating to where they were arrested, then we'll know which court will properly hear the extradition proceedings. And based on what evidence the court would determine either the persons or the accused persons or the fugitives, as they claim, will be transmitted or released to the American people if they is found on merit and not convoluted by political witch hunting and all that, as the law requires, should be gone into before any person will grant it.
A2 and A3. The Minister of Interior is within 5 weeks to furnish the court with further and better particulars as to how and why A2 and A3 should be before this court. We are coming back on the 13th of January. So essentially that is what transpired. But we'll go.
What is it? Because I made your man not try no media be say nkofo me no more important. I go check there more than the extradition application ever. Na nkofo me no account no. I was say interior ministry no. Etumi tro no clarify. Say mo issue a restaurant amade ko che abo cheka. Enipa bienu na account na. I was some more clarify. Now to say clarification baba no. Omo nko na mo sign back on the 13th of January. But yet say Oliver Gomawo say judge ne say no betumi aye ne 12 and instead of 13th no. So it is between 12 and 13th. Though all the lawyers are communicating 13th. Yet Oliver ni plea or the two judge otine duam no enim or court dey more. Just say judge no any Oliver ya again. But the lawyers are communicating 13th. However, we will be there on the 12th as well as on the 13th. Gospels 24. Ubetumi ache wadwen our comment section. So beside the course or court today mu honoma. Very simple. And then oman ko abucheka ne extradition application ne emu. Second and third your friend say accused persons no. Omo lawyers and a chese almost three court no. Say be a court ni njai Bernard Edu and afi so Lord Ishen because omo who kwaya omo fa so involved in the indictment because indictment indeed any party din na what indictment ni mo what I say no mo saka Abutreka ache no. And like I said, the FBI has been following Abutreka for a very long time and any papa akuno oka ho no ni din ye dan de one de so no munim no streets ne so one of my chairman the nickname that started with A. What I say? One of my chairman was streets ne so the nickname initials miensa munim no but just say the same name no and I attribute bisa but munim no. You understand? Omo ye involved in the indictment. Inti na lawyers no esre say nipa mi no mo cho mo ka Abutreka no de. How relevant are they to the case? But state attorneys no prosecutors masa omo ye relevant papa. Inti kopim so mbeti Abutreka ne extradition application ni be wie ne de. Eni se judge no. and as a magistrate no a grant your mobile so omo nko because omo hu here e me rade ene Ghana abai aha e gossips 24 tinyakopon ye adoma whether say 12 or whether say 13th or January 2026 ebeko kopiem o gbese district court e call hono ma no kre bia wa asem ne bia no ye de ba beto wenim. Until then, don't believe the rumors. The rumors on because Trica ni ID card, Trica ni way, you know. Don't believe them. What do I say? To boss, whether you support Trica, whether you support Keche, whether you support Lodishen, just relax and wait for the truth. So Trica is innocent, he will be vindicated. So when you're innocent, FBI will be vindicated. Sekeche innocent, he will be vindicated. So Madam Fubakono account innocent, he will be vindicated. If they are not, the law will take its course. So relax. Relax. What does it? Relax. I gossips 24. Magraheb.